So the times that Verdasco has had success against Nadal, it's been when he's stayed up on the baseline and been very aggressive, particularly off the forehand. He's really imposed his forehand. He's attacked hard and fast into Nadal's forehand, pushed him back. So the book on Fernando Verdasco, certainly in the locker room, the players talk about his movement is suspect. He's a big guy physically. So they're trying to go back in behind him, make him stop, turn around, change of direction. Additionally to that, his serve can be a little bit susceptible under pressure, has the ability to throw in a few double faults when the going gets tough.
That's a nice change up from Nadal. Yeah, I saw that last week in Adelaide. He played the exhibition event there, the World Tennis Challenge, against Leighton Hewitt, and he was struggling big time with his serve.
So what happens is he tends to then just slow his first serve down. As we take a look at Nadal's serve, gets up full extension. So what Verdasco tends to do is he then slows his first serve down, which then gives the returner a lot of time to take big swings at it. Not surprising. Probably a few nerves early on, as you would expect for a clash like this. I'm sure Nadal wasn't overly happy when he saw this draw come out. He would have thought, boy, that's a tough first round.
If he's got any nerves, they'll start to loosen now. Nadal with game point. How much of an adjustment is it with a lefty playing another lefty?
Well, there's not that many in the top 100. So it's something that you don't come up against every day, but I'm sure Nadal would practice quite regularly with Verdasco, being good friends, and Feliciano Lopez, another lefty from Spain. They tend to hang out a fair bit and practice together.
In control of that one. Nadal holds in the opening game of the match. How big an adjustment is that to make for Nadal when you do go through? That's a big change.
It is a big change. I mean, the racket obviously is a huge change as well, but even the string, I mean, it just feels so different, something that you become very familiar with. But I really like the fact that he, even at his age and everything that he's achieved, he is still searching for improvement, Rafa Nadal. Even last year, he started traveling with his own dietitian because he felt he was a little heavy, and really witnessed how Djokovic had changed his diet and the improvements and success he had had. So he's trying everything, Nadal. You travel with your own dietitian, don't you, Peter?
Probably should start. They'd give up.
Now, the string he used to use is a polyester string, which really creates a lot of revolution and spin on the ball. And I think he found that he was just dropping the ball too short, and the players could attack him. And then what happens is he's forced to do so much more work. He's got to run, retrieve, and then the question is, well, how much wear and tear am I doing on my body? I want to play this game as long as I can.
Pressing a little bit too much there, Verdasco. You can see his intent. He talked about it, trying to keep Nadal way back in the court.
Yeah, I see this as a positive error. I don't really mind it. He knows that he's not going to win the bulk of the long rallies from the baseline. He wants to try and keep the rally short if possible.
$40-30. Again, Verdasco.
Deciding not. Oh, yeah, he's going to challenge you, Nadal. He was thinking about it very close to that baseline.
Well, real mutual respect here. He's looked down to Verdasco. Verdasco's given the look, well, I'm not too sure. So hence the challenge.
Just missed. So one game all.
Verdasco.
In the opening set.
One game all.
Feature. There will be some long rallies.
Challenges remaining.
Things starting to heat up slightly as we move into the hottest part of the day. Temperature being revised down today. It was going to be 37 degrees, back to 32 as the top Celsius.
$15.
Really tries to make a lot of first serves, Rafa Nadal. He's got one of the highest first serve percentages on the tour over the course of each year. He's normally up around the 70%. Well, that's where he likes to be. And this is a shot right here from Fernando Verdasco. This forehand cross court is where he's had success against Nadal. See how he moves across. He's going really firm through the ball. 153km/h winner. A lot of people don't have the ability to take on or attack Nadal's forehand. Verdasco does.
First serve.
Oh, to back up your point, Josh, in 2015, Nadal was fourth on the list for first serve percentage, 68% across 80 matches.
It's a really important stat, the serve being the most important shot in the men's game. What he does is he builds pressure with it, because his second strike after the serve, when it comes back, is deadly, especially off his forehand. He's just so disciplined with his first serve.
40-15.
Now he's ahead there of Novak Djokovic, the other player in the Big Four who's on that list at 66%.
Who's winning it?
Juan Monaco, 73% of 40 matches. Then Isner.
Isner?
Johnny Isner, 70%. There's a surprise. And Santiago Geraldo.
Well,
that's on the list, 69% from 46 matches. But to finish off on that point, he's led the stat in 2014, 2005 and 2004. Going for it, Verdasco. He misses up the line. On serve, opening set, Nadal 2-1.
That sort of forehand miss there from Nadal, that's what we haven't seen for over the past years. Seen it creep into his game in the last 12 months, but prior to that, that type of miss was unheard of. You'd never see it.
Coupled with that, how much work Nadal puts into every shot.
So this has really got to blow his mind. The fact that he could miss 2 forehands like that, for a man who is just so disciplined in everything he does, that would rock his world.
Done from Verdasco. Great defensive work from Nadal, but had to chase down a lot of balls. Verdasco in control of the point. He still was made to work for it, though.
Well, he gets a little lucky, really. In the end, Nadal should have done a lot more with this. Well read, though, from Fernando. Great hands. Just so hungry to chase every ball down, Nadal. Haven't seen many better athletes ever in tennis.
Yeah, that's what he wants. He wants that court to open up so he can wheel onto that cross-court forehand. Verdasco, 2-all opening sets.
2 games on.
So it's pretty evident here that Verdasco, he knows he wants to keep these points short. Sort of 4 or 5 stroke rallies at most, if possible.
It's a good point, Josh, about the long rallies. Nadal doesn't mind getting into a battle. He can go 20, even 30 shot. Get involved in those, and Verdasco just going to be able to hang in. Try and find a way to hang in those rallies. Try and get a way to get onto that forehand.
Well, I think what Verdasco would, it'd be very clear in his mind. He'd be knowing, if I get myself into a 10-stroke rally or more than that, all I'm doing is giving Nadal rhythm, and that's just not something you want to do. You want to take time away from Nadal.
40-30.
And even the shape of shot here from Verdasco, it's a lot flatter and more of a direct ball strike as opposed to the heavy spin that we sometimes see or often see Verdasco play with. So flattening his ball strokes, his ground strokes out nicely. He knows he'll make more unforced errors playing like this, but he knows that's really the only way for him to win today.
That's nicely done. That's the game plan right there. Keep Nadal pinned back in the court. Got a couple of three-quarter court balls, set it up nicely.
And this is the one where you can play safe. You can just shape it. He just comes under it nicely. Plenty of height over the net. Takes the net out of play. So a couple of really good 1-2 punches in that rally from Verdasco.
Let first throw.
As for Nadal, he wants to go deep. That Verdasco backhand.
Advantage, Nadal.
Bit of a struggle, but Nadal holds. It's 3-2 in the opening sets.
$15 love. $15 all.
He's getting that forehand nicely cranked up, Verdasco.
30-15.
Yeah, regarded as having one of the biggest forehands on the tour, Fernando Verdasco, and you'll see he gets around. He looks to get set with the feet. And that's getting up there in pace, 163 kilometres an hour. You won't see many bigger than that.
Oh, gets the roll. Out of position. That spin, pushing that ball over.
Yeah, look how deep he is in the court here. He's nearly in the shadow. That's probably 4 metres behind the baseline. Wow, 214 out wide. This shows you how easy he can generate power, Fernando Verdasco.
Oh, it's great work from Nadal. We've seen that time and time again across his career, just that defensive work. Keep running down every single ball.
Deuce.
Well, from side to side, and eventually he had to crack Verdasco. That'll be a real confidence booster. A rally like that early in the match.
Oh, it's the longest one at 16 shots.
Mr. Verdasco.
Worth a challenge. This one very close. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. It is close. There's no doubt about it. He was quick to challenge. And I'm going to say it's long.
Okay.
I'm wrong.
Replay the point.
Just a bit late, and Nadal can't quite believe it.
Advantage, Verdasco. Again, Verdasco.
That's good serving under pressure again from Verdasco. 3 games all now in the opening sets.
Well, 30 minutes for a 3-game all scoreline.
Settle in?
Yeah, they're settling in, but we need to settle in.
That's what I'm saying. I'm talking about us.
But this set will be crucial for Fernando Verdasco. If he is a chance to win, you just sense that with the heat, the physical requirements to beat Nadal, he has to get off to a good start and win this opening set.
Talk about the heat. Nadal warmed up in Doha, first event on the ATP calendar, all the way through to the final. He played against an almost perfect Novak Djokovic, the way he described it, and didn't get a look in the final. Some encouraging signs though. That's a solid volley.
Really strong volley here from Nadal, and it's a part of his game that he's worked on over the last 2 to 3 seasons. He's come forward, and this is perfect. Look at that. Look how low he gets down with the knee. Great knee bend. And that's a textbook forehand volley that would make any Grand Slam champion proud of, particularly Pat Rafter or Pat Cash, the real true volleyers of the game.
That's too good. A decent play on that ball. 149 coming in, plenty of spin.
30-15.
Just getting himself into a good position here, Verdasco. Not really having to move, just guiding the ball up the line.
Good strong split step, so his balance, body weight going forward into the court.
Terrific pickup by Nadal. That was a solid return from Verdasco, but Nadal was there in plenty of time. Foley just taking the time away from Verdasco. Now open at the court again. He wants to get Nadal under pressure.
40-30. Again, Nadal.
A little bit extra pace on that forehand from Nadal.
15 love.
As we approach the hottest part of the day here in Melbourne, balls flying, jumping around a bit. That's why the players go to a tighter strung racket, going for more control.
I get to that one. Solid volley of Fernando Verdasco and getting some good results on the doubles court as well.
30 love.
7 titles to his name and really has branched out, playing a lot more dubs.
Yeah, this is just poetry in motion, this forehand. Technically as good as it gets. There's not a lot will go wrong with it. It won't break down under pressure.
Good finish. You see that ball just three-quarter court. Just manoeuvring Verdasco around the court till he got the shot that he wanted. So here's the first one, just to really set it up, and then that's the one he wants.
$40-50.
His first double fault for the match.
First round. Yeah,
Verdasco holds 4 games all in the opening sets.
Well, it's been a good set from Fernando Verdasco. Hasn't put a foot wrong. Whilst hasn't really created any chances on return like Nadal, his ball striking's been solid, serving well. He's trying to execute this aggressive up-tempo game style. And he'd like this, that he's at 4-all in the first set, no damage done, and a real chance to go on and push strongly for this opening set.
Just makes you play every single ball, Nadal, but Verdasco up to the challenge. Great movement from both players.
Nadal just needs to be a little careful here. He's getting too passive. Not a lot on his shot. And that's allowing Verdasco just to really unload and wind up. Great execution, but he just has a lot of time at the moment, Verdasco. So Nadal needing to get on the front foot a little more.
That's too good, catching the line. No pressure now on the Nadal serve.
A lot of pressure, isn't it? At 4-all, love 30. You see, it's just too much spin. Ball jumping up hip to shoulder height. That's perfect for Verdasco. He loves it around there.
Now big trouble. 3 break points for Fernando Verdasco. Put himself in position to be able to serve for the opening set. 3rd double fault of the match for Nadal.
Out 15-40. Mr. Verdasco. Challenging the call, left baseline.
Might as well. Still got all 3 challenges available to him. And Nadal actually put his finger up. He had the call. Was waiting for it anyway. Let's see if he's right. He is. Absolutely.
$15-40. Mr. Verdasco has 2 challenges remaining.
Great shot here, the aerial shot of the footwork. Always busy, always working. So proactive.
Wait, please. Ball boy. Ball boy, we need your help with this one. Thank you.
Just finds a way back in.
He does, but that's the one weakness there from Verdasco. He had to stop, prop, and turn around again. A little slow. Off balance, leaning, falling. And he knows it.
Advantage Nadal.
So from saving a whole heap of break points, Nadal now with a game point.
Again.
He fights back well. Nadal holds serve. It's 5-4 in the opening sets. Too good, but too short from Nadal. And just, as Josh has been talking about, bring more spin on the ball. And see here, it's working off the back foot. Plenty of spin, but allows Verdasco to get into position nicely. That was an opportunity. 136 straight onto the racket.
Yeah, again, it's an uncharacteristic mistake from Nadal. Just dragging it down almost.
See again, Nadal taken way out of court, just setting himself nicely. Verdasco to go back behind. Now it's the time to throw it in. 40 love. He's second for the match. Well, that's confidence right there. Now take the ball in the air like that. 5 games all, opening sets.
Well, he's been the better player, I believe, in this opening set.
5 games off.
Fernando Verdasco, he's willing to take it on, be more aggressive. And he's put himself in a good position. If he can just find a way to nab this opening set, he would know in his mind that Nadal is not playing stunning tennis, just solid.
You see what the spin does to that ball. Miss hits along the way.
And that's why he's so good on clay, isn't it? The spin that he can create. It jumps off the clay, a little bit of an unpredictable bounce. But on a hard court, it sometimes, especially when he hits it short, it just sits there.
And he gets lucky again. Second time in this set.
30 love.
Quick hands though, great reaction here. Really lively left arm Nadal has. He needs this. Nadal needs a clean service game just to steady the ship and try and build a bit of pressure then on Verdasco.
And he does get that. He holds serve to love. Nadal, 6-5 opening sets.
Love 15.
So this is where he's been vulnerable, Verdasco. Back ends of a set, when the pressure's really on.
That's a great response. Nadal wide in the court. It just opens up the options.
15 all.
This time deciding to go back in behind as Nadal makes his way to the middle of the court. Nice closing in. That ball was just floating. To really get into the net quickly.
He's so much better at Verdasco when he makes this first serve. Makes life a lot easier for him. Very competent at the net.
Let's first serve.
Nicely done. Straight onto the Nadal racket.
30 all.
This serve coming in 180 kilometres an hour. A little bit further up in the court, Nadal that time. Catching it nicely. Oh, and he almost made it. It's the disappointments.
40.
Gee, this is incredible agility from Nadal. Gets this one back on end range. This is a great volley, and then just to be able to stop prop and only just missing the lob.
Goes there again. It's too powerful on that forehand.
Yeah.
Verdasco. Fitting really that this opening set is going to be decided by a tie break.
Thank you, sir. You can throw that back in. Thank you. 6 games all.
Well, he's got to get aggressive here. Here's the 2015
Tiebreak.
tiebreak record. So it was
Both players have received one
slight advantage to Nadal. This tiebreak will most likely come down to whether Nadal is aggressive enough.
One zero.
Been in action for an hour, 57 minutes. Wouldn't say it's been particularly taxing physically, though.
There have been 5 rallies that have gone 9 shots or more.
That's better.
He wanted the forehand. He wanted to be aggressive on that forehand, and he got it.
This is when he plays his best, Nadal. Have a look at the effort that goes into getting around to hit this forehand. So desperate to use the weapon. Really lively, jumping off the court.
Two one. Nadal.
Nadal, they played 8 tiebreakers across their meetings leading into this one. 5-3 in favour of Nadal. Three of those were in 2009 here, the semi-final. You may have heard of.
Yeah.
Trying to go through the gap between the net post and the chair umpire. He just went for broke there.
Nadal.
Well, he's nearly pulled off the incredible, hasn't he? Fernando Verdasco. He saw the opening. It wasn't far off.
Just need a little bit more curl. Would have been shot of the tournament in day 2. Back on serve.
3-2. Nadal.
Just trying to direct all the traffic to the backhand side of Verdasco, and just forgot to finish his shot there, Nadal.
Players will change ends at 3-all. Unforced errors on the forehand side for Nadal. He's got 7. 3 on the backhand side. He's got 5 winners, all of them on the forehand wing. So we're in the tie break, 3 points all. As Nadal takes
an eternity.
A long time.
Incredible that he gets away with it. I find it amazing that the umpires are not stricter to enforce the time.
But what tends to happen is the warnings start coming now as this things start to tighten up as we get towards the end of sets. The time just seems to just, by that fraction of a second, a bit longer.
Out 4-3. Nadal.
So again with the mini break, a couple of serves to come. Very few spare seats on Rod Laver Arena now. That's just great attacking play. It's taking the game on, using the forehand to best advantage.
4-all.
Well, can't find a first serve when he needs it here. First serve percentage 60%, so slightly lower than what he would like to be or where his average is.
5-4.
So you can see here,
Nadal.
that forehand just slightly short, right to the Nadal hitting zone.
Gets it right here, though. This ball was really starting to get up above shoulder height. This is a heck of a shot from Nadal.
He came forward, take it on. Nicely done. Verdasco working onto that forehand again.
Well, brilliant from both players that had it all.
5-all.
Nadal trying to get on that front foot. He's unleashed on a couple of big forehands and a backhand. But it's Verdasco coming up trumps.
Yeah, he thought he could get in. First time he really leaned on that ball into the Verdasco forehand. Then it was just slightly shorter. That to put it away. So 5-all. Well, there was an opportunity, a big opportunity for Nadal.
6-5.
Meantime, it's set point Verdasco.
Well, he can't believe it, Nadal. A second serve, 129 km/h second serve that he hasn't been able to find the court.
Set point for Verdasco. Snuffed out. Plays again or change ends.
Six all.
Yeah, incredible angle, short angle here. Just rushes up behind the ball. You'll see sharp acceleration through that ball, creating a lot of spin.
You just see where he strikes the ball on that racket, right down near the bottom, near the frame, generate that angle. Incredible to watch. Six games all, 6 points all. Over an hour on court already. Set point Verdasco on his serve.
Oh, this is remarkable. Absolutely remarkable from Nadal. A couple of really poor errors at crucial stages of this first set. He's looking vulnerable.
Second set point opportunity for Verdasco. This time he gets there. Fernando Verdasco has taken the opening set from Rafael Nadal, 7 games to 6.
15 love.
Caught the line. No matter now of how Verdasco can just keep up the pressure and intensity, keep this same level. Certainly got to keep going after it. A huge boost to his confidence that first set. This will also help. You get through an easy service game.
He's all at sea at the moment, Nadal. Just starting to doubt himself.
Yeah, Verdasco.
It's at 142 in the middle of the box. That serve's going to get eaten up all day long.
Love 15.
He's making Fernando Verdasco look like a genius at the moment. That's a better point. Much better. Even on the serve, only 171 out wide. He can serve a lot bigger than that.
Out. 30-15.
That's it. A bit more aggressive. Taking the opportunity to move forward.
40-15.
You have to think the players in the locker room watching this would be getting pretty confident or gaining in confidence, thinking that if or when they have to play Nadal, that self-belief would be growing.
Yeah, Nadal.
One game all in the second sets.
He's got a great attitude though, Nadal.
One game all.
Still bouncing around. He knows it's a best of 5 set battle.
Oh, 23 times he's been there, the full distance, and 3 times from 2 sets to love down.
You're an excellent statistician. How many times has Verdasco been pushed to 5 sets?
39.
That's a lot of 5 set battles in his career.
5 times from 2 sets to love down.
He's got a winning 5 set record.
Yeah, 21-18.
30 love. 30-50.
This sort of tennis sort of hasn't allowed the crowd to get involved as well. They're a little bit subdued.
I think they're a little bit surprised, particularly in that opening set tiebreak. Just with the way that it played out.
$40-50. $40-30.
So a little dip here in the Verdasco game. Nadal can capitalise.
That's first round.
We've seen it a bit today, haven't we? Every time Nadal gets a little bit of an opportunity, he's let down by an unforced error.
That's first round.
So again, this movement from Nadal as he tries to just defend. It's a good position for Verdasco. Knows that Nadal's going to get across so quickly. Has to push the line.
Oh, this is a real chance now. Not playing his best, Nadal. His attitude's been sensational, though. He's just found a way to find a break point out of nowhere.
That's a good fight back, though.
A great response.
Not playing at his absolute top level at the moment, Verdasco, but he's finding a way.
Again, set up, great serve. Holding the baseline position.
That's brilliant again. Great hustle from Nadal. It'll come on at the end too. He knows that's a huge point. Verdasco looking to use the angle. Here it was. It's aggressive play from Nadal.
First round.
It keeps happening. And a good play at that ball. Just not getting the timing on the forehand.
Well, Verdasco just wouldn't quite believe this. He'd be absolutely loving it, not having to play a shot break point down on a second serve to Nadal. Unheard of.
Third time in the match.
Jeez, had some luck, hasn't he, with the let chords?
Advantage, Nadal.
Maybe it's just something like this that could spark him into action.
Third chance.
Deuce.
He's withstanding the pressure nicely, Fernando Verdasco. And the unforced errors creeping in for Nadal. It's too good. Goes back up the line again. And Verdasco's waiting for that cross-court forehand.
Advantage, Verdasco.
Yeah, it's in these big moments in these matches where you can just see that Verdasco, he's not afraid of Nadal. Other players may be, but not Verdasco. He's held strong. Done a good job of just playing what's in front of him, the ball, as opposed to his opponent.
Yes.
Talk about the importance of games. The longer they go on, a real arm wrestle now in this third game of the second set. Verdasco desperate just to hang on to the momentum that he's got. He cannot give Nadal any opportunity.
Let's first serve.
Yeah, it's always going to be safe from there.
Advantage, Verdasco.
wishes he had that forehand a couple of points ago.
Yeah, pressure's a funny thing, isn't it? It's amazing that he can produce it. He's produced it so often throughout his career. Yet in the heat of the battle in these big moments in the last 12 months, he has really struggled. And his results will suggest that and back that up.
Great depth again from Nadal. He's just wanting to get himself over the line. 127 km/h serve gave Nadal plenty of time to get around and play that forehand. And set up this point beautifully.
Well, he's trying to get himself pumped up, isn't he? And trying to get some atmosphere out here on this huge stadium. Crowd are expecting more from Nadal. They haven't yet quite seen it.
And he does break through. Nadal leads 2-1 in the second sets. Well, best way to push home the advantage is to have an easy service game.
He just hasn't had any, really, in this match so far, Nadal. Been really tough going.
First serve. Out. 49.
Plenty of court to work with there for Verdasco.
40-15.
Trying to go after the serve, put the pressure on Nadal, take the time away from him.
Nadal
consolidates the break. 3-1 in the second set for Nadal.
Nadal leads 3 games.
How long was that really long match they played? Back in 2009?
5 hours and 14 minutes.
Well, maybe we'll get there. We might just get there.
Slight delay here as Nadal is organising some rackets to be restrung.
Yeah, see, even that, I'm not so sure the umpire would be as lenient to other players as he was to Nadal.
$15. G'day, could we have a runner to come and collect 2 rackets for Nadal at the end of this game? The stringers have all the info. Thank you. $30.
Great second serve here from Verdasco. Really high ball toss. It's when he serves at his best, not falling over, not collapsing.
$49. Yeah.
Comfortable hold for Verdasco.
Again, you'll see where Nadal's ball bounces here. Just past the service line. Just way too short.
He was already moving Nadal to try and pick up that Verdasco forehand up the line. Just great defensive pressure in world number 5.
Sliding, yeah, on that hard court.
He was already moving to that one, and then you can see just leaning across.
$30-15.
Also, the problem here for Nadal is even if he does come back and win this, It's going to take a bit out of him physically. It's a hot day here. He's going to spend a lot of time on the court.
Let's first start.
Stand and deliver sort of stuff from Verdasco there.
Got what it deserved.
30.
Barely even had to move. 143. That second serve from Nadal, no accuracy.
Deuce.
Yeah, a bit of pressure here on Nadal. Just when he starting to look more confident in this second set. Back to deuce.
His first ace for the match.
Game, Nadal.
And he continues on. It's 4-2 in the second set for Nadal.
Nadal leads 4 games to 2.
And an opportunity there. Fernando Verdasco couldn't quite get into that Nadal service game. Finish it off and get back into this second set.
Luck. Luck.
Sixth ace.
He served well, Fernando Verdasco. Not too many double faults either. Just the 4th of the match. He's been strong under pressure on second serve.
Ready, 15.
Just the relentless pressure from Verdasco, the depth of shot off that forehand in particular, and getting the job done. time he has, and then follows it in nicely. We see it again here. Not really having to move all that far, Nadal.
And a little bit of a chance here for a double break. Back to deuce. This is better. If you're gonna drop it short, give it some angle. Really working Verdasco off the court, getting him moving.
Advantage, Verdasco.
Well, Verdasco, he's got to try and find a way to hold on here. Played a really good first set. He's only down the one break here. And he's been getting close on the Nadal serve. He has to hang on. Can't allow Nadal to get a double break. Better.
That's the way to do it. Big first serve.
Advantage, Verdasco.
And he hangs on. But Nadal still up a break. It's 4-3 second sets.
Love 15.
Great start here for Verdasco. 24-hand winners.
$50.
The stop-start nature of the play, it's hard for the crowd to get into it. It's a bit of a lull in this second set.
All match it's been like this.
Fifth double faults.
I'm sure Team Nadal is a bit perplexed about what's going on as well.
It's a cracking return from Verdasco. And right onto his racket, going for it.
15.
You see the depth here that he's able to get. Nadal with no time to react. Breakback points for Verdasco.
Better serving here from Nadal. Hitting his spot.
Again, Verdasco.
And he does break through. It's 4 games all now in the second sets.
Well, really interesting
4 games all.
period coming up right now. 4 all. And again, right in the middle of the box. Doesn't have to move much.
Love 15.
Well, maybe just a
Love
a
30.
little dip after getting the break, but he's got to maintain the mental toughness here. Verdasco.
Getting on top in these rallies. They've been few and far between in this second set. So we're about to cross the 2-hour mark for this match. So Verdasco works his way back into the set, but all of a sudden he's under pressure again. And this can prove decisive. Big chance here for Nadal. See if Nadal put a little bit more pressure on. Still standing a long way back in the court. Tried to go for the angle, Nadal, but Verdasco was there.
30-40.
Well, he's hit a lot of great backhand down the lines today. None more important than this one.
Ah, he got the return back. It's excellent work from Nadal. He breaks again. It's 5-4 in the second sets.
Love 15. 15 all.
Need to get Nadal going. He wants a couple of free points. Every first serve crucial. The second serves are being jumped on. He's entirely been in his top serving rhythm through the match.
No, just losing control of this one, really not getting over the top of it. First real sign of frustration at all from Verdasco. He's kept it all together.
Set points now for Nadal.
14-15.
2 hours and 5 minutes on court. Chance to level this at 1-all. Still one more set point.
40-30.
Pressure that Verdasco's putting on the return. Really able to step in the court.
Yeah, he's reading it well, isn't he?
Yep. Nadal takes the second set, 6 games to 4.
6 games to 4.
There we go in the third set.
I can't believe Nadal. I just feel that he's going to catch fire soon. He's just going to have to. I just feel like he's going to race through a couple of games or a set. He's just, the unforced errors is what's really hurting him, and the way that he is dropping that ball short. I think he's just going to break the shackles and just be able to swing freely now that. I mean, he would have been worried if he dropped that second set and went down 2 sets to love. And it is almost good night to Nadal. May I ask, what was the third set score in that epic 5-set when they played?
Do you really want to know?
Not 7-6. Right.
Yep,
right.
7-6. In fact, the third and fourth sets were tie breaks.
15-30.
All right, so this is a good start here for Nadal. 15-30.
So,
yeah, this is what I was sort of expecting. Something like this where he just sort of gets a bit of momentum and just keeps it for about 20-30 minutes where he just cracks the match open.
True, but from Verdasco's point of view, that huge letdown from feeling he's right in this match to losing that set. Time to get that intensity right back up to what we saw in the opening set.
Mr. Nadal challenging the call right near sideline. Ball was called out.
I'm going to go and see whether it's going to be in. I don't like my chances, though. I don't think Rafa does either.
Oh, it's easily in.
Well, you know, yeah. My chances improved as that ball came down.
Replay the point.
Really did have some dip on it.
15-14.
So really a little unlucky there, Nadal. To have that called out.
Oh, it's a beautiful pickup again from Nadal.
That's got it.
Mr. Nadal challenging
Well,
the
Nadal
ball right
challenging
far
up.
sideline.
I thought that was good. Peter, you've been...
I'm just going to be, I'm just going to go counter to you just for the
Right.
hell of it. Keeps it interesting. He had to look down, Nadal, but
Yeah, got it. No. It's out. Gee, Peter, you're on fire.
A 15 love. Let's first serve. Dirty love.
I can't imagine just yet that Verdasco would be feeling any physical effects. Certainly not Nadal.
Mr. Nadal challenging the call left near sideline. Ball
I'll let you go
was called
first
out.
again.
Oh, I'm not challenging anymore. I'll give up. I'm giving up.
Forty love.
Close to his fastest serve as well, 198. His fastest today, 199 kilometres an hour.
That's low.
40-15.
We expect Rafa to serve over 200.
And his average serve speed is at 180. 190 for Verdasco. Verdasco's fastest, 217.
Yeah, Nadal.
2 games to love in the third set. This is more of what Josh was looking for.
New balls, please.
Just taking a little bit of time, but now the
Nadal
pressure back on
leads 2 games to
Verdasco.
love.
Doesn't want to let this get away quickly. So as is customary with the ball change, goes the racket change.
Just
Love
starting
15.
to slip away here a little bit from Verdasco. Just making A few too many unforced errors.
He's already up to 6 for the set.
Let first round.
Even though he misses this, Nadal, at least he's returning up closer to the baseline now. Better return position.
Why not? Keep riding the luck that he's had.
15-30.
Well, this is the first let cord that Verdasco's had that's gone in.
Yeah, but instead it's set up nicely
Yeah.
for Nadal. Didn't really work in his favour at all.
That's more like it. 221, biggest serve of the match.
30 all.
His hair's immaculate, isn't it? Not out of place one bit.
Better from Verdasco. He jumped early on this set. Just needs to keep those first serves into play. Just try and build some pressure again.
Yeah,
That's the way to finish off a game.
15 love. Let's first round. Out. 30 love.
Brute attack here, brute force from
30-15.
Fernando Verdasco. Just sense that he's really going to go for broke now. Easy put away. Probably one of the certainly top 10 most powerful ball strikers in the game. That's good. So pressure back here on Nadal.
30 all.
30 all.
That is unbelievable. How many times can that happen in a match where it's all one way?
40.
Can't believe it, Verdasco, can he?
Did Rafa bring his own net? Oh, yes.
Nadal.
What a way to hold serve. Nadal, 3 games to 1 now in the third sets.
Nadal leads 3 games to 1.
Really wants to ramp up that that winners count. He wants to really go on the attack now. He's feeling the confidence.
Love 15.
That's the 6th double fault for Verdasco. He knows what's happening here. You can see that the level is lifted from Nadal as the second set went on and into the third set.
$59. $30-15. $40-15.
Free-flowing serving at the moment from Verdasco. Probably something that I would have liked to see more throughout his career. Serve with this sort of aggression.
Game. Verdasco.
So Verdasco holds. He's still down a break though in this third set. Nadal 3-2.
$15. $59.
Return to what we've seen from Verdasco. This ball dropping in short from Nadal, getting around to it nicely. Strong 1-2 play again from Nadal.
Well, important that he really makes the most of this momentum, Nadal. His level's lifted.
$40-15. 40-30.
Over 2.5 hours on court, the air temperature slowly coming down here in Melbourne. Similar conditions to what we had last night.
Yeah, Nadal.
Strong hold again from Nadal. 4-2 now in the third set.
Nadal leads 4 games.
Well, it's better, isn't it, from Nadal? At least he's being a lot more aggressive. He's willing to take more chances and risk. The unforced errors, particularly in the first set and a little bit in the second, were unforced errors off neutral balls. This sort of aggressive play will naturally make you hit more unforced errors, but at least they're positive. He's going for it.
A 15 club.
I can guarantee you, back in the hotel, you'll have Djokovic, Federer watching, Murray. A lot of players will be watching this. And they'd be just wondering,
15 all.
or asking the question, can Nadal win another Grand Slam?
No footwork at all there from Verdasco.
First real signs of fatigue or a little bit of a flat patch here for Verdasco. Unforced error hitting the half century.
Nadal challenging the call. Left far sideline ball.
Tricky for the linesman because the ball does drop so sharply.
Plus, Verdasco was out there covering the sight of the ball.
Ha!
Wow.
Barely fit a credit card in that gap.
30 all.
I'm not so sure about Federer and Nadal's credit card. It's a bit thicker than most.
To wait a little bit extra here, Verdasco, just to reset.
(40-30). Mr. Nadal has 2 challenges remaining.
Lots happened, hasn't it, since 2009 when these guys did play, and their careers have really separated, haven't they? People would have thought that Verdasco back in 2009 was really going to go on with it. Didn't stay in the top 10 for long.
Advantage.
Just completely out of sorts now.
Nadal.
Stuck for options. Looking to finish off the points quickly, but there's where the unforced errors are coming in. And down the other end of the court, you got a guy who's not providing too much by way of opportunity. Another break point for Nadal. Chance at 5-2. That's a good response.
Deuce. Let's first one. Advantage.
That net cord's not being helpful to Verdasco today, is it? Another chance at a break.
Deuce.
Really had a good play on this. He's got it off out of the middle of the racket.
This time he didn't guess the right way.
Advantage for Verdasco.
Players moving around the court. It's a great way to Verdasco get into position here. He's not moving from the baseline, then sees the opportunity.
Game.
Well done.
Verdasco. Mr. Nadal challenging the ball
challenge
right near sideline. Ball was called in.
But both players are just working their way in to the chairs. So we wait for this just to get confirmation that it indeed was on the line. And Verdasco holds as Nadal 4-3 in the third set.
$15 love.
Just maybe a step
39.
slower now, Verdasco.
$40 love.
Third ace for the match.
Mr. Verdasco challenging the call, right service line. Ball was called in.
I'm going to stick with his third ace of the match. No problem there.
Yeah, you've been flawless, Peter. Great calling.
You have good days and bad days.
You'd make a great umpire.
$40.
No, I wouldn't.
Lines judge.
No, I wouldn't.
40-15.
Just hasn't won any games to love or quick service games, Nadal, today.
Mr. Verdasco has 2
He's
challenges.
really had to work and
remaining.
earn every single one of them.
Let second serve. Again, Nadal.
So Nadal holds 5-3 now in this third set. And one of the big things that's impressed me in this set, Josh, has
Nadal
been
leads 5
Nadal
games to 3.
was error prone in the opening couple of sets. He's just had 4 unforced errors. That's solid tennis.
Yeah, he's been much better, hasn't he, in this, particularly the third set here. He's looked freer. Hasn't been as much tension in the body.
Love 15.
You say that Verdasco's a step slower. It seems like Nadal's sped up just a little bit. He's just getting that timing right, keeping the unforced errors down. That's the Nadal that we've come to know. So the ball there,
yeah,
landing a lot deeper in the court.
That should have been a forehand from
Love 30.
Fernando Verdasco. He'd love to break here, Rafa, and then serve first in the fourth.
That one there, 207 kilometres an hour. It's still got plenty of racket on it. Well, he might get his wish. Nadal with a couple more set points.
40.
Almost be decisive, you think, the way he's playing. 2 sets to 1 up. Hard to stop.
Well, he puts a lot of effort into this return and it goes nowhere.
34.
Nadal.
Still a set point.
Again.
He's got there.
And third set, Nadal.
Nadal leads by 2 sets to 1. He takes the third set, 6 games to 3.
Love 15.
Just during this point, a little flick of the wrist, the forehand from Nadal. Got himself into a good position to attack here. It's not quite able to bring that back.
15 all.
Nailed it right on the line. It's going to be challenged.
You've been 100% all day, Peter. Surely this is in.
Has to be in. Has to be in.
Yeah.
No, never in doubt.
Fifteen.
No problem. An easier one for the linesperson, that ball coming up that line. There's an opportunity maybe for Verdasco.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable miss from Nadal.
15.
Just when we thought that he might just race away with it. I mean, this is just amazing. From Nadal to miss a short forehand like that. And look how far out it is. Not even close.
Break points here, Verdasco.
Hasn't had many chances on the Nadal serve in the last set and a half. Last two sets, really. Feel he needs to break here, Verdasco. Oh. Coming up big here, Nadal on serve.
The trusty first serve into play.
Just not quite sure why he doesn't serve like that all the time with that sort of pace. 191. Wow, that is enormous from Verdasco. This is some of the best hitting you'll ever see. Unloads on this one. This is good defense here from Nadal to get this back.
Pushing the line again. Another chance here to break. Talking about the fastest serve, it hasn't moved from 199 for Nadal, averaging about 181 kilometres an hour today.
I think it's definitely something that I would expect his team to be discussing. First serve power.
Oh, had the bigger side there, Nadal. Good pressure again from Verdasco.
Advantage.
Fourth chance. Get a break. See that nicely cross court from Verdasco, and that's what set it up. All the time in the world, wait for Nadal to commit. Back in this now, Verdasco.
Yeah, really important he goes on with it here.
Love 30.
Can't blame him for that. That was right at his feet. He knows that if he's going to go in that direction, that he needs to get plenty of angle and depth. Nadal being so fast in that corner. More of that. Verdasco wants more. Wants to take that opportunity on that short ball to get into the net, put the pressure on.
15-30.
It's just so effective for him. So sneaking in, that's the way to finish it off. Even though Nadal had a play on the ball, it would have to be spectacular to bring it back. Highly effective at the net today, Verdasco. As is Nadal when he's ventured in.
Yeah, and Verdasco volleys really well. You mentioned he's had good success in doubles. Technically very sound.
Let's first serve.
Great hitting. Awesome from both players, but it's Nadal. He's got better court position in this rally. Just really moving Verdasco around. Good to see. His depth's better here. See how Nadal hugging the baseline.
It's a much better forehand, much better angle.
Advantage, Verdasco.
Gee, that was
well.
a really poor miss. He's so desperate just to hold on and this capitalises on the break here, get up 2-love in the fourth and really have a bit of a breather. He's got his work cut out here, Nadal, not letting up.
It's not going to come back. They still guessed it right. I like this from Verdasco.
Advantage Verdasco.
So ball coming in short. He just takes it on the full. And just sets it up so nicely. Not going to wait.
Flat net, first serve. Again,
Nadal's holds, consolidates the break. Verdasco, it's 2 games to love.
That was a huge hold there for Verdasco. Just had to keep the momentum in this 4th set. Played a brilliant game to break Rafa straight off the bat. And now he probably got a free swing at this game here.
New tennis balls again.
This is good ball striking from Nadal. The level's lifted.
Well,
it's taken 3 hours, but I think really he should be feeling confident. The way he's moving now, giving himself space on the forehand, he's looking a lot better.
Up near his fastest for today, 197.
He's just sending a message, just letting Verdasco know that whilst you're up a break in this 4th, I'm still here. I'm not going anywhere.
Again. Holds to love Nadal. Down a break though, Verdasco leads.
Love 15. All.
Well, he's tactically been good, hasn't he, Verdasco? He knows Rafa's weaknesses on returns. He's really targeted the Nadal forehand.
(30-15).
Oh, great pickup.
A costly pickup potentially here for Verdasco. He's just timed this beautifully. Just props. Amazing. Great athleticism from Rafa. See the difference. Verdasco getting 1-2 points at least every service game. 3 points. Nadal really having to work hard.
Again, Verdasco.
And he keeps it going. 3 games to 1 now in the 4 sets.
3 games to 1.
Over 3 hours already for this match. So Nadal on his last service game, an easy one for him. Plenty of first serves into play. Just want to keep himself in touch with Verdasco.
Love 15.
Just dropped that in the corner. Verdasco, 142k the serve coming in.
Right in the middle of the box.
That's first one.
As actually the ball kid's just a bit slow to pick up the tennis ball there. There's no one on that side.
$15 all. $30-15.
Catching the outside of the line.
Being tangled up. Verdasco. Both guys looking pretty good though, physically. Over 3 hours. Out here, very warm conditions.
Again, Nadal.
And so Nadal holds serve. Still down a break though.
Love 15. $15 all. That's first round.
Yeah, it did go off I could hear it.
He's done a good job today, Fergus. He's been in control in the chair.
Device that's on the net, which alerts the umpire.
That is 15.
Stand and deliver sort of stuff from Verdasco. Getting that forehand cranked up again.
14-15.
Well, I think this is the only way to play, isn't it? He's just got to keep sticking to this aggressive ball striking. He's going to make some errors doing it, but he's certainly doing damage right about now.
Just that little bit extra, and again Nadal, the anticipation. How much extra you have to put on the ball to get it away from him. Oh. You didn't quite get the timing of this right, Verdasco, as Nadal just a slight lean, working up the line. First bit of pressure for Verdasco in this set on his serve. Oh dear, what's he done?
Could that be a cramp?
I think all is okay.
Well, we'll soon find out in the next 5 minutes or so when he has to run, if it's a cramp or just jammed the toe.
Didn't affect him there. 4-2, fourth sets.
Verdasco leads 4 games to 2.
He's still going to his shoes. I wonder if he's got a spare set in his bag.
I'm sure he would. He'd have probably a couple of pairs spare.
Just these ground strokes from Nadal dropping a little bit too short again. And the pattern that we saw in the opening 2 sets.
Yeah, this is great ball striking, but again, the ball, as you mentioned, just too short. No spin or shape from Nadal.
Oh, yes. That went like a bullet.
This is as big a forehand as you'll ever see from anyone.
Oh. Rotation through the ball. Strong forearm for that forehand. That's a good serve. Forcing Verdasco to move for the return. Just overplaying, the right place to go for Verdasco.
I still suspect Verdasco might be struggling physically here. He's trying not to give much away. He's trying to play a poker face, but I reckon when he ran for that short ball in the previous game, he's struggling still.
So Nadal holds. We'll take a look at Verdasco, the sit down. And that's good for him because he doesn't really have to move during that point. He can control things, move Nadal side to side. That's nice.
Perfect, isn't it?
30 down.
That's the way if you want to shorten the points. Come in, little split step. That's a beautiful volley.
D15.
Oh, and again.
40
So desperate to finish off the points.
Yeah, it's unbelievable attacking play, isn't it? It's unforced error number 70, but he needs to push the envelope. Verdasco.
And he holds. 5-3 now in the fourth set.
Verdasco leads 5 games to 3.
So Nadal just needs to keep the foot on the pedal. Looking to really test Verdasco, his movement.
He's got no time out here, has he, Nadal?
15.
Starved for time. He's just wondering in his mind whether Verdasco can keep this hitting up.
Over 3.5 hours on court now. Oh, yeah. In up on the baseline again from Verdasco.
It's pretty simple, isn't it? He's just unloading on everything.
Team, they want a fifth. I think the crowd wants a fifth set too. Oh, and again. No problem at all there. Set points for Fernando Verdasco to send this to a decider.
Well, he's come the distance. We'd all love to see a fifth set here.
Everyone except that man.
Yeah.
Advantage.
For Nadal, desperate to make sure puts the pressure on Verdasco to try and serve out the sets.
Nadal.
And he will. Verdasco will come out and serve for the set next of 5-4 in the fourth set. Sustaining the level now for Verdasco. picked up as the set has gone on. Just needs to continue it. Ball coming up the frame from Nadal.
15-all.
Just here, didn't quite time it, and nicely put away, trapping the ball on the rise. Fitness level from Nadal is just so high. Just keeps chasing down everything. We're deep into the fourth set. 3 hours and 40 minutes on court. And he's running like it's a first set.
Yeah, he looks fresh, doesn't he, Nadal? He's done the work. Been in battles like this all throughout his career. Oh, what do you know? He's back.
Oh, yes. Great points now for Nadal. Just sensing that the edge just coming in a little bit off the Verdasco serve. Break points for Nadal. He's missing. Stand by. Rafa back in this fourth set. It's 5 games all.
Well, he's weathered the storm beautifully here, Rafa.
5 games all.
Down a set point on his previous service game. And the reaction says it all. He is back. 5-all, fourth set. He's just such a hard man to knock out. Seen it all through his career. People have had him on the ropes, but he always finds a way.
We're back square in this fourth set. He did well to trap that ball. Nadal put it so deep in the corner of the court.
15 love.
I'll tell you one thing, he would know what's going on down the other end of the court, Nadal. There's just going to be a lot of side-to-side movement. I think Verdasco is going to have to do a bit of running here. That is his fastest serve for the match. He finally got to the 200.
He's got there. He's just reached it. Only taking him 3 hours and 43 minutes. But Rafa clocks a 200-kilometre-an-hour serve.
Verdasco challenging the call.
Not sure about this. Looked out to me.
He's got a few left, might as well use them. Got 2, 3 left in this set.
And he's in front. Nadal holds. He leads 6 games to 5 in the fourth set.
Wow, that's a bad error. That's missed by a huge margin.
Love 15.
Now pressure really piling on here for Verdasco.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Big problems now for Verdasco. 2 unforced errors on that forehand wing.
11-30.
Nadal can't believe this. He was defending well. He couldn't quite get a ball to attack on himself. And then Fernando just absolutely belting it.
More pace in the serve too from Verdasco in this game.
Great response. These last 3 points. Really aggressive stuff from Fernando Verdasco. Desperately trying to get it to a 4th set tiebreaker.
As you've been talking about, Josh, that's the way he has to play. He has to take on Nadal. He can't sit back. Point now for a tiebreaker.
Game.
Here we go again.
Six games all. Tiebreak. Both players receive 1 additional challenge.
7 years ago, Josh, it was a tiebreaker in the 4th set.
That Verdasco won.
Correct. It's good from the umpire just to explain. Some serious heat coming from the Verdasco racket now.
Well, it's beautiful to watch, isn't it? Because he's hitting them as clean as you could possibly imagine.
Called fault from the chair.
Challenging the call, right?
Nadal called it fault. Verdasco wants to challenge it.
Well, he's got 3.
And the players aren't really moving either, so that sort of gives you an indication of the call.
Second. 1-1. Mr. Verdasco has 2 challenges remaining.
Is that a movement thing, Josh?
Yeah, just a little off balance, wasn't he? He just fell through the shot.
On serve in the tie break.
1. Verdasco.
I just get a sense that this tie break's just going to encapsulate what we've seen across the whole match.
So you're telling me Verdasco's going to win it?
It's been a hell of a ride. Not necessarily. We'll just have a bit of everything. Nadal's having to do a serious amount of defending here. It's just great ball striking from Verdasco. It's so clean, so deep in the court.
2. Verdasco.
Still moving pretty well, Verdasco. Had to get out wide here. Saw a gap, he went for it. And again, gets a round to hit his favoured off forehand.
Players to change ends. Verdasco with the advantage in the breakup.
2. Verdasco.
Well, you just can't defend against this. This is just, it's too big from Verdasco at the moment. Nearly 4 hours of play. This is supposed to be a walkthrough. This is almost like a change of ends in this tiebreak. Players no doubt exhausted.
The crowd really into this now.
So 2 points away for Fernando Verdasco now.
It really needs to be 5, doesn't it?
It's got,
it's just got that sense.
It felt that way right from the first few games of this match.
So a couple of serves to come here for Nadal. Can't ride him off yet, though.
5-3 Verdasco.
To send that message again. A big first serve here. But he's still around. He's still going to be putting the pressure on.
didn't miss by much.
So 2 serves to come now for Verdasco.
Well, let's see if he's super aggressive on his serve as well. We know he is on the back with his forehand and backhand, but will he go for a big serve? The risk is if he misses it, you know Nadal will be in the point.
Now it's a risk worth taking because Verdasco now has set points.
6-4.
Almost 4 hours on court. And just like 7 years ago, we're off to the deciding sets. Fernando Verdasco, the 4th set, 7 games to 6.
7 games to 6. Love 15.
I'm not sure how they're feeling at the moment, but Leighton Hewitt and James Duckworth.
Yeah, well, they've got to. This is a day crowd here.
Just a slight adjustment being made to the net.
So is there normally a bit of transition when they bring the night crowd in?
Yes, there is. About half an hour to 40 minutes changeover. So there will be a gap. So the day session crowd can make their way out. The night session crowd comes in, but it's just a waiting game. But perhaps fitting, considering how many long 5-setters Leighton Hewitt's played over his career on this court.
Well, I'm surprised how many 5-setters Verdasco's played. 40, nearly 39 5-setters in his career. That's a lot.
+1 today.
Yeah, he's 40 now, and Nadal 23 plus the 1. So well, it just shows you how hard it is even to take Nadal to 5 sets. He's got a winning record. Both guys with winning 5-set records.
Oh dear.
15.
Well, early stages here, the final set. Be a huge opportunity.
Yeah, he's totally getting that wrong.
So still another opportunity.
.217 kilometres an hour. Still feeling pretty strong after 4 hours in the start of the 5th set. That's huge serving. Way to save a break point. He's got to keep Verdasco off balance. Got to go for it here a bit, Nadal. Get Verdasco moving.
Yeah, and there it is. Break of serve.
Love 15.
Checking in on Nadal's first serve percentage, 63%, winning 74% of those points, 53% points won on the second serve.
Well, that's strong. That's high for second serve points.
Just see here, good shot of Verdasco just slowly making his way across, trying to conserve as much as he possibly can. Players again having to cover a mammoth amount of ground. Rafael Nadal and solid at the net, Fernando Verdasco.
Yeah, great hands from Verdasco, wasn't it? Didn't panic.
A little bit of extra time.
Game.
Strong way to consolidate the break for Nadal. 2-love now in the final sets.
Nadal leads 2 games to 1.
Needed to hold here, didn't he, Rafa, just to keep momentum in this match. Keep his nose in front.
Ace number 14 for Verdasco for the match.
39.
He still looks good, doesn't he, Nadal, physically?
30-15.
Not seeing any obvious signs of fatigue or struggles. It's been Verdasco who potentially has looked to be suffering slightly.
Just a few more unforced errors creeping into the Verdasco game. Let's see what part of the game that got Nadal back into the match. That depth of shot hasn't really wavered as the match has gone on. In fact, it's gotten better in this final set. I'm going to ask the question here. He was thinking about asking the question there. He sort of threw his hands up. And
I think he wanted to. I think he knows it's got it.
another break point here for Nadal.
Mr. Nadal, challenging the ball. Left center service line.
This is good. This is his fastest serve for the match.
I think everyone knows it's good. Nadal is expecting it to be called good.
222 kilometers an hour.
Advantage, Verdasco.
Ace 16.
Mr. Nadal has 2 challenges remaining. Again,
Ace 17. Verdasco holds serve. Nadal up a break. Leads 2-1 in the final set. Was open.
I was there to be hit. He's pulled off a lot of incredible forehands down the line. He likes to hit that. That's one of his favoured shots. Neither player will go away here. Verdasco down 2-love, a couple of break points in his last service game. He finds a way out. Still alive here. He's just beaten for pace here, Nadal.
15-30.
Ball just coming onto him too quickly. And now it's Verdasco with a slight opening to get back on track, level pegging.
Out 30 all.
Gee, such fine margins for Verdasco. One shot millimetres inside the baseline, the other one centimetres outside of it.
Second.
Well, again, too short from Nadal. Break point, break back point for Verdasco.
30-40.
Yeah, beautiful shot here, but really an easy shot for Verdasco. Really didn't even have to take a step. Driving it straight down the line.
Left first one.
Ramos been few and far between. And just willing himself to the line.
Well, great serve though. Well placed. Only 157 kilometres an hour, but the placement was perfect.
Pressure again from Verdasco.
Well, he doesn't know whether to go for his serve or not here, Nadal. But again, it's just right in the middle of the box.
Just onto that forehand.
Yeah,
he's got it. Miss hits, but he'll take it. It's 2 games all in the final sets.
Well, he could do with a bit of luck. It's all been Nadal with the let cords all afternoon. And finally, but on a huge point, a shank miss-hit winner return on break point. This match has had it all. And we're still going. 4 hours and 23 minutes.
left.
So many momentum swings in this match. So we see over 5-set tennis.
I guess the surprising thing for me is that, talk about the momentum swings, neither player has really been able to go on with it for 30 or 40 minutes of really crushed their opponent. There's been ebbs and flows, but no one's really raced through a set.
And he's seen him do that plenty of times today.
Well, he just times it to perfection, doesn't he? 179.
He's amped that up as the match has gone along.
Yeah,
that's the way to bring it up.
So he sort of needs to go for a knockout punch here.
Every time you feel that Nadal's been at that brink to land that punch, Verdasco comes back.
Yeah, but I think Nadal's allowed him. Nadal has been very passive with his play for a large part of his, well, a large part of this whole match. Just keep expecting him to get a little more aggressive. Easier said than done with the way that Verdasco is playing, though. He's got incredible presence out there at the moment. Aggressive ball striking. Really got Nadal under pressure.
Oh, that came back like a rocket.
Yeah.
188 for serve and back with interest.
Yeah, it's just 2 points away from a break here, so another little mini opportunity.
That neck cord again.
It's got him. Gee, what a return, though, from Verdasco. Got the short forehand he wanted. This net not helping him whatsoever.
No, he won't be wanting a souvenir of the net when he finishes today.
Gee, that was huge for Nadal. Huge opportunity. How hard do you think he's hitting this return?
Oh, yeah.
That's
pressure. Not at all.
That's great pressure. Well deserved.
His sixth double faults. Break points for Fernando Verdasco. Oh, well, that's the way to save it.
191 k's an hour. Gets the accuracy right this time. And what a difference it makes.
You've got to be afraid of that forehand now.
Oh, you're going to love it from Verdasco.
Nadal, again, just trying to get deep into that corner at the backhand side. He wanted to roll the dice on the forehand side, but Verdasco hitting him too well.
He's paid the price here, Nadal, by going back into the forehand side. This man can hit a winner from anywhere on the forehand side.
His second breakpoint opportunity in this game. And he gets there. Verdasco leads 4-2 in the final sets.
Right, so that's 4 games in a row.
Verdasco leads.
Well deserved. He's got the momentum.
He's the one that's really going after it. He's making the play. And he talked about all match, Josh. He'll make the unforced errors, but boy, he's hit a hell of a lot of winners.
These first few points in this service game could decide the match.
4 hours and 32 minutes on court.
Let's first serve.
Can he bring himself to maintain this aggression now that he's in front?
Mr. Verdasco challenging the call, left service line. Ball was called out.
Still got all 3 challenges intact. Going to take on Fergus Murphy, the chair umpire here. Good call.
Second serve.
Well, that's huge, that first point. That'll just take a little pressure off Verdasco.
15 love. Mr. Verdasco has 2 challenges.
His forehand, it's unstoppable at the moment. It is reminiscent of 2009 when they played each other. The forehand did the damage. It's got better all match here, though.
220 down the tee. After 4.5 hours, he can still bring that sort of heat. His time is now. He's got to grab it.
Well, you don't mind that, do you, at 30 love? It's only just missed, and this is what's put him in front. This man won't give up, Nadal. He was down a break deep in the 4th set when Verdasco served for it. Broke back then.
40-15.
He's on the brink. Nadal, when he's played at the Australian Open, he's never lost in the opening round. Points for 5-2. And again! Fernando Verdasco 1 game away from a big upset here on Rod Laver Arena. He leads 5-2.
This is not over yet. We've seen plenty all afternoon, ebbs and flows, and he's a hard man to put out, Nadal.
First serve.
We saw it a bit in the 4th set, didn't we? Where Nadal was having to play catch up. He just wanted the easy service game just to put the pressure on. It's in. Why not have a free swing at this? That's a great return, and then it's been on. It's been where the money is today for Fernando Verdasco.
That's first round.
Yep, and again. Just making sure he kept the ball deep.
30 all.
Yeah, that's so simple, isn't it? He's just timed it to perfection. Now just 2 points away.
And now he's on the verge of a big upset. Fernando Verdasco, 7 years ago, he fell in an epic 5 hours and 14 minutes to Rafael Nadal. And now he's got the chance to put the 5th seed out in the first round of the Australian Open for the first time.
Reset 15, 7-6, 4-6, 3-6, 7-6, 6-2.
41 minutes on court. He was under immense pressure, but he's done it.
He is on top.